What if you can change your whole life in 21 days? Well, that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today, and it's not as hard as you think. My name is Marsha Mahaffey. I am a holistic reprogramming subconscious mind specialist. I'm going to talk about these steps, but before I talk about these steps, I really want you to understand that a lot of people start to put pressure on themselves, and they start to think that because if I have to do something and I have to do it every day, then they have pressure on themselves because they're feeling like they need to do it, but then they don't even know why they're doing it. And therefore, there's no consistency, there's no motivation. Now, if we bring the subconscious mind into it, and how the subconscious mind works is that once you create a habit, 21 days to create a habit, 3 days to break a habit. So after 21 days, you begin to reprogram the mind to be more on autopilot. So if you're feeling a little judgmental towards yourself when you see other people that seem very disciplined, they just have a good 21-day jumpstart in their habit of consistency, which is usually the most challenging time, usually that first week. Then after that, it gets easier. So a little mind trick that you can do is you can start to begin to tell yourself is that it's not going to be this hard forever. Or in more spiritually conscious language, it's not going to be this challenging forever. Because with every challenge, we always continue to grow. I used to have a wishy-washy meditation and prayer routine. That means sometimes I was on and sometimes I wasn't. Sometimes I was on for a couple of weeks, then sometimes it would be months before I got back into the swing of things. And it wasn't until I really understood why I was even doing what I was doing and the importance of it. And then I was able to see the evidence. Once you see the evidence of something actually working in your life, you're going to feel more motivated to do the thing. It's like working out or being on a diet. At the beginning, it's just like, oh, I'm doing something different, but I look the same. And then once you see the evidence of what you're doing working, then you have more motivation. You get excited to do it. So I invite you to just be incredibly gentle with yourself at the beginning and know your time is coming for results. Meditation is something that I highly encourage. It's something I will not, even if I can only do 1 to 5 minutes. I've done it before. It's very rare. My morning routine is anywhere from 3 to 4 hours because it really is the foundation of my day. And it's something that I take great pride in to keep my frequency high. And so when we can sit in either guided meditation, there's several different types of meditations that you can do, whether you're paying attention to your steps, if you're going on a walk, whether you're cooking and just being radically present in the moment, or whether you're sitting in silence or sitting on a guided meditation. The important part is that, especially if the night before you go to bed in any type of worries, anxiety, overactive thoughts in any way, shape, or form, that's not continuing on to your next day. There will be days that we just have days and we just get to set an intention for the next day that it will be better. However, bringing you back to our first point, meditation allows you to still the mind and it teaches you to be more present. The more present we are, the more we can be connected to our higher self, God, universe, whatever your connection to the higher, which is the reason why we practice. This is why in sports, you don't go out on the first day and be an all-star. It takes practice. I invite you to play around with the ones that you feel comfortable and confident with and invite meditation into your morning practice. Number 2, your connection to the creator, divine universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, whatever your connection is to the spiritual realm. It's just connecting daily for support, asking for guidance on whatever you may be going through, and funneling that into gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibrational frequency that you can be in. And being in the constraints of some of the programs that are going on, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. And we can bypass looking at the things that we actually do have in life. I love this. Give me more of this. This is amazing. So far, we have meditation, we have your connection to the Creator, and we have gratitude. And I invite you to start with a minimum of 10 things that you're grateful for. If you find yourself struggling for things that you're grateful for, it can be as simple as I have legs to walk with, eyes to see, ears to hear. It could be I have a full supply of food in my pantry. I have a car to drive. I have a roof over my head. There's so many. There's so many. And once you get real clear about the things that you're grateful for, and you pay attention to the small things, more things to be grateful for will show up in your life. It literally is magic. And once you get really good at the morning routine, you can actually add in morning check-in in the afternoon. What am I grateful for? And then I also highly encourage you to do it at night. And once you get really good at all of that, you can begin to also set an intention for how you would like your day to go. Maybe you want your day to be very productive. Maybe you want it to go with ease, grace, and flow. Maybe you want to add laughter somehow in your day. Maybe you want more joy. Maybe you want more peace. And you just begin to set the intention as soon as you get up. And this will amplify all of the other things. When you're doing all of these things in combination, it's going to help amplify and raise the energy, raise the frequency to really allow your intentions to manifest and guide you in a way that is very intentional, which builds a lot of trust in the process of realizing that you really do have your hands on the wheel in your life. We've only been told otherwise. It's just most people do not know how to or understand how to fully utilize their gifts that we all have. What I will leave you with, daytime or midday and nighttime. Commit to 21 days. Watch how your life changes in the most magical ways. If you try this, I would love to hear your experience in the comments. You got this. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye for now.